Hello everybody. Just a quick video, may look a little bit longer than I thought it might be, to show you my new Draco that I finished putting together about 4 days ago. Been trying to get it to program, everything program it. I believe I've got it done now, but I'm not sure, so maybe if one of you could comment and tell me how it looks when the Safe Select activates, okay? So that we know how. And in return, here you go. This is the stand I built for my Draco. I thought I'd give you guys measurements, pieces, and a cut list, and you can make one yourself. You know, let's go over and look at it real quick. You've got a place to put both wings on either side, plus a place to put Draco himself, and look at the end caps real close there. And I'll describe how to put this together and what I use for it. And you're going to probably purchase maybe about, I'll say 50 bucks, not quite that, in pieces for it, depending on where you live, because it's made out of 1/2-inch PVC. And I'll explain why I did what. Real quick here, I'm going to come over here to a list I wrote out. This is everything you will need to make this stand. Long enough, let yourself get a look at it and be able to take a quick snapshot of the screen so you know exactly what to do, how much of what to cut. I use my chop saw. You use what you have. Okay. And as you'll notice on this stand, some parts I glued, some parts I did not. I started by building these end pieces. Okay, you know, I took the crossover you see right there, 2 of them, and there's a couple 45 elbows you see there and a couple T's. I glued the T's and the elbows, these joints here, actually this one and this one are glued. Everything else is just put together. I put it together and used a dead blow hammer very softly, because it's a soft hammer. I didn't have a rubber hammer, and pounded it from end to end to hold it together. Okay, I built both of those ends first with everything that needed to be glued, and I made sure, and I laid it on a flat surface to make sure everything, when I glued it, would glue in the proper angles so it would be straight across from one another. Okay, after doing that, I made sure I built these 2 pieces here. This T is glued here, here, and here. That cross piece is put in there because Draco is a fairly heavy plane, and when sitting on the stand it can cause the legs to spread apart. So that's why that brace is in there and glued so it will not pull apart. Okay? Inside these pieces here are those 1-inch pieces you're seeing on that cut list. Here and here. And then there's one here and here. That's 4 per end, 8 pieces altogether. Your 16-inch pieces are your wing holds, 4 of them, and then the centerpiece right down here. Okay? Your 8-inch pieces are what's holding Draco. And then your 9-inch pieces are here, and 4 of them here and right here. And I did not glue these T's or these elbows here for the simple fact I wanted to be able to make sure I was able to turn them and get them into place. All the end caps and the elbows are just pounded on. They're not glued. That way you can turn them and get them in position you need to. And it works quite well. It holds Draco's wheels a couple inches off the ground, as well as holding the wings right here, because, you know, with your counterbalances on Draco right here, and then you've got the small antennas on him, that holds the wings up so they don't get damaged or you don't break anything. That's why I made the stand in the first place. And if you're wondering, those 2 pieces right there in the front, that's what's left of 2 10-foot sticks of 1/2-inch PVC. So yes, you have to buy the the two 10-foot sticks. That's how much is in this stand. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, this is going to create a little finesse on my side. Let me move my radio here over to one side. Let's see how good I am at this. Probably not very good. I'm going to reach under Draco here and attempt to get him on the stand. I think I've got enough room between my back door and the stand. Be very, very careful here. Get the back set down. There we go. There we go. We got Drake on the stand. Let's pull him forward a little bit. There we go. Draco is in his stand. Okay, there we are. You can see how Draco sits in the stand. Trying to get a better shot for you here. But there he is. And the wings, I did a couple things for. Oh, here's one thing I didn't notice for the longest time. I couldn't figure it out. See that little black piece there? Anyone who has a Draco recognizes it. There's a hole on the inside of the wings right there. I would suggest taking a toothpick, putting some of the quick dry glue in there, spray the end of the black piece with some quick set and stick it in there. It worked really well for me. Alrighty. I also put some pieces in my wing buttons. They're actually just a zip tie that I cut down. The wing buttons have a slot in them. I put some glue on the end, the big end of the zip tie, put it inside there, held it in like so, and then sprayed the quick set inside there, and it holds them really well. Okay, let's take these off. Now, excuse the camera angles right now. Pulling off the wing. Still pulling off the wing. Sorry for any bad camera angles here. Okay, there we go. We got wing one off. And you must take both wings off in this stand, because if you don't, Draco will tilt over on you. And that is not a good deal. Okay, so now we're coming over the other wing. And we're going to bad camera angle again. Okay. Like I said, sorry for the camera angles. Those pieces I put on there work really well to get those wing bolts out, wing nuts, whatever you want to call them. We're working the wing loose ever so carefully. It's not easy sometimes. Draco doesn't like to release his wings. Okay. There we go. Both wings out. Okay. Pull the spar out. Straighten up Draco. And there's what Draco looks like in his stand. It works very nicely. And one of the things I like is, remember that antenna on the bottom? It sits real perfect in there. So that's what you'll like too. And I will suggest one thing. I bought 1/2-inch padding ID for all my areas here by 3/4 inch. Do yourself a favor. It'll bring it up a little bit more off that rear area. Plus, it will actually close up for you. All right, those are my tips and tricks. So there you go. And you have everything you need to build you a nice stand for Draco. That way your Draco has a place to sit and all his parts, nice and compact. And if you've got a good SUV or truck with a cap on it, this would be great to transport Draco without damaging a thing. You guys have a great day. Bye for now from a beginning RC stand builder.